Hello, friends. I'm Tony Toon. I'm the Walrus portion of the Walrus and the Fairy. I'm going to be doing this Hidden Tribes quiz. One, because I'm going to do a follow up video on some of the data, because I've seen some of the data before on this report, and why I think these Justice Democrats, or this push to the far left by the Democrat Party, is going to crash and burn. Why it's not going to work out for them, and we're going to see that probably in the next election. Might eat those words, don't know. But then again, I still think Biden's going to be the nominee, so they're probably just going to double down. So we'll see. I might take some other political compass tests and all that stuff. I've done videos like that before when I was doing a political channel a year ago, but this is a new channel, and they're always a fun video. So let's take this quiz and find out how partisan I am. YouGov. Here's a list of activities that some people get a chance to participate and others don't. Which of the following have you taken part in the last year? Shared political content on social media, attended a political meeting, donated to an advocacy group, voted in a local election. Yeah, that looks about it. Which statement do you more agree with? Government should take responsibility to ensure that everyone is provided for. I strongly disagree with that statement. People should take responsibility to provide for themselves. Yep. Which statement do you agree with more? People are largely responsible for their own outcomes in life. People's outcomes in life are determined largely by forces outside their control. People are in control. How much control do you feel most people have over the way their life turns out? People who work hard can find success no matter what situations they are born into. Some people's situations are so challenging that no amount of work will allow them to find success. Well, it depends on how you define success, but it's not hard work. It's working smarter. But yes, if you stay smart, you can improve your situation no matter what. Which of the following have played a greater role in getting you where you are today? Hard work and effort, luck and circumstance. Well, I guess I've worked hard and put out a lot of effort. I haven't exactly been rewarded, but that's a me problem. For the following pair of traits, which do you think is more important for a child to have? Independence, obedience, self-reliance. For the following pair of traits. Okay. That's a good question. Well, no one likes a misbehaved kid. A rude kid. Good manners and well-behaved. Yeah, I maybe I'm not thinking about this, but no one likes a freaking brat. Just get that kid out of there. I'd actually have to sit there and think about that really hard. But my initial reaction is no one likes a little brat, so I want a well-behaved and good-mannered kid. Leave me alone. Oh, it's out of the pair. Okay, probably independence and probably self-reliance. Yeah, okay. I understand it. I understand the question now. Yes. Yeah, this is pretty good. Although it is kind of important for a kid to be creative. I might change my answer there. The kid's creative. He can make his own. He can make his own playtime, and he can leave you the hell alone. Yes. Yes. Make your own playtime and leave me alone, kid. Yes. There we go. How much do you agree or disagree with the following statements? These days, the rights of immigrants are more protected than the rights of American citizens. Okay. it really depends on the situation. Let me think about this. Well, it's saying immigrants. It's not saying illegal immigrants. And if it's just a regular immigrant, are we talking about a nationalized immigrant or someone who's just here on a visa? Because if they're just here on a visa, they're not an American citizen, and therefore it would be a 3. Because they're essentially a second-class citizen. Illegal immigrants is another whole nother matter. I'm going to put neither agree nor disagree. How much do you agree or disagree with the following? These days it seems like the rights of brown and black people are more protected than the rights of white people. Okay. It's not just white people. How do I want to word this? But then again, Betsy, I mean, what she's trying to get affirmative action out of the schools, and people are trying. But right now, is it a right to go to school or is it a privilege? I'll put slightly agree. These days it seems the rights of Black Lives Matter protesters and activists are more protected than the rights of the police. Oh well. Black Lives Matter is kind of a thing of the past. And it looks like it was mostly a Russian troll effort. Yeah, if you don't know, I should probably talk about that one day. And I might sit down. That might be a topic me and Leanne talk about one day as we sit down and really break down the Mueller investigation and the Russian PSYOP campaign. Yeah, I agreed slightly. Which do you agree with more? People like me have a say in politics. Politicians don't care about people like me. Politicians do not care about people like me. Which do you agree with more? The American government is mostly rigged to serve the rich and influential. The American government mostly reflects the will of the American people. The thing is, when the Democrats are in power, they do a good job of forcing their will down the throat of America. And unfortunately, people vote them in. So, tough question. I'd say it's mostly rigged. Which do you agree with more? American identity is disappearing ideas. American identity is being strengthened through diversity. American identity is disappearing. Would you say that things in this country we are heading in the right direction? Trump is president. And now thinking about the next 5 years, do you expect things to be better, about the same, or worse in American society? It's as long as we stay on this path, things will incrementally improve year after year. Please read the following sentences and indicate your agreement or disagreement with it. Compassion for those who are suffering is the most important virtue in a person. The most important virtue. Compassion is an important virtue, but we're seeing a lot of people's compassion being turned against them. And that has a lot to do with the immigration debate. Yeah, I'd slightly disagree. Read the following. When the government makes laws, the number one principle should be ensuring that everyone is treated fairly. Strongly agree. I am proud of this country's history. Strongly agree. Respect for authority is something all children need to learn. You need to learn to respect. Yeah, I'll slightly agree with that. People should not do things that are disgusting, even if no one is harmed. Well, the problem is, if it's like, what do they mean by disgusting? I'm going to slightly disagree with that because, I mean, let's just take myself for example. I obviously am kind of fat. It's not a good thing. I should eat less, when I gorge myself on food, that is kind of disgusting. And I shouldn't do that, so I should slightly disagree. One of the worst things a person can do is hurt a defenseless animal. Well, what do you mean? I mean, if you're not going to eat it for food, yeah, I'll moderately agree with that. Justice is the most important requirement for society. Yes, justice. I don't know if it's the most important. Justice is very important, not social justice. I wonder if it means social justice. Now, if it meant social justice, I would say social justice. I'm going to moderately agree. People should be loyal to their family members even when they have done something wrong. Okay. At a certain point, you have to look out for yourself. It doesn't mean you don't love them. But at a certain point, it's on them. And if you've had family members that do bad things, you understand. So we'll put slightly disagree, because you still love them. Men and women should men and women each have different roles to play in society. I slightly agree with that. I would call some acts wrongs on the grounds that they are unnatural. Okay, sorry about that, friends. I am back. I would call some acts wrong on the grounds that they are unnatural. Yeah, I would agree with that. Generally speaking, what would you say that most people can be trusted? Generally speaking, would you say that most people can be trusted, or that you can't be too careful in dealing with people? As I've gotten older, I've kind of realized that some people are scum. A lot of people are just fucking scum. I hate to say that, but do you agree or disagree with the following statement? To fix America, we need a strong leader who is willing to break the rules. Strongly disagree. Do you agree or disagree with the following statement? The world is becoming a more and more dangerous place. I actually disagree. It's complicated. Yeah, I'll slightly disagree. The last 12 months, how often have you of your family gone without enough food to eat? And never. Felt unsafe for crime in your home? Never. Gone without medic? Never. What portion of your friends have a similar level of education as you? About half. What portion of your friends are the same race as you? Almost all. What portion of your friends have the same political views as you? About half. Some people seem to follow what's going on with the government and public affairs most of the time, whether there's an election going on or not. Others aren't that interested. Would you say that you follow what's going on in government and public affairs most of the time? How well do the following words describe your feeling towards American today? Angry, somewhat well. Disillusioned, very well. Hopeful, somewhat well. Confident, somewhat well. Excited, yeah, very well. And frustrated, yeah. I might move this down. Scared, right now not very well at all. Alright, that's all. Click here to see your description of your tribe. I'm probably the traditional conservatives. Yeah, what a surprise. 19% of Americans. The Americans I grew up with is gone, and I miss that. Traditional conservatives value patriotism and America's Christian foundations. They feel that these foundations are under threat from a liberal culture that emphasizes diversity and devalues America's achievements. They believe in values such as personal responsibility and self-reliance, and they think that too much emphasis is given to issues of gay rights, sexual harassment, and racism. Yeah. They have a clear sense of identity as American, Christian, and conservative, but they are not as strident in their beliefs as devoted conservatives. For example, they are open to dialogue or compromise on the pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants brought here as children. I'm not, actually. And they acknowledge, well, that's complicated. And they acknowledge that racist acts persist in the United States. They are suspicious of traditional media, yet they are more likely than any other group to feel their voices represented in American politics. Main concerns: foreign tensions, jobs, and terrorism. Well, mine is terrorism, economy, and cultural Marxism. Let's see here. Compared to 33% less likely to say the country is rigged in favor of the rich and powerful. I said that. Almost twice as likely to feel that people have a say in politics. I forget what I even put. Man, that's bad. 8% more likely to say having two parents is very important. You know, more than twice likely to strongly approve of Donald Trump's job. I very strongly approve of Donald Trump's job. Twice as likely to watch Fox News. I've watched bits and pieces there, but I don't really watch Fox News. I mostly get my news from YouTube and places like that. I do listen to talk radio because right now I'm a delivery guy and well, there's not a lot to do in the car. 10% more likely to be white. Okay. 10% more likely to be 65 or older than 65. Education similar to the average Americans. Yep. And then I'm going to do a follow-up video on why I think the push to the far left is going to be a disaster for the Democrat Party. But even though, as I've said, I still think Biden's going to be the nominee. Well, anyway, thank you for checking it out today. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Seriously, do share. YouTube doesn't help political channels at all anymore, so the fact that we're a new channel, we got 6 subscribers, is actually really good. So let's get that up to 10. 10. See y'all later.